children, yesterday we discussed respiration in human being. In that, the passage of air and respiratory organs we discussed. Mechanism of respiration, today we are going to discuss. What are the stages of mechanism of respiration? One is breathing, exchange of gases at lungs level, gases transport, exchange of gases at lungs, and cellular respiration. In that part, we discussed what is breathing. The inhale and exhale processes together considered as breathing. In that, how the chest muscles and diaphragm plays its role by the contraction of chest muscles and diaphragm muscles take the inhale process. By the relaxation of chest wall muscles and diaphragm, exhale process takes place. Then exchange of gases. In alveolar sac, the air diffuses out oxygen into the blood and blood diffuses out carbon dioxide into the alveolar sac. This is exchange of gases. Now we are discussing the third stage of mechanism of respiration in human being, that is transport of gases. How the gases are transport? Gases are transport through the media. What is that media? Yes, that media is blood. When oxygen is present in the alveolar sac, the oxygen immediately diffuses into the blood, that too in the respiratory pigment hemoglobin. Where is hemoglobin is present? Yes, hemoglobin is present in RBC. What is hemoglobin? It is a protein molecule with iron. Generally, the hemoglobin percentage in male is 14 to 16 mg per dl. In females, the hemoglobin percentage is 12 to 14 mg per dl. This is on average. Below this average, if the hemoglobin percentage falls, then we are prone to anemia. Whenever immediately oxygen diffuses with the hemoglobin, it forms oxyhemoglobin. Hemoglobin diffuses with oxygen, forms oxyhemoglobin. Where this process occurs? In the lungs. Generally, lungs are made up of with alveoli. Alveolar sacs are wrapped with the pulmonary capillaries. Pulmonary capillaries are having blood. The exchange of gases takes place in between the alveolar sac to blood. Next, blood not only oxygen, it transports the carbon dioxide also. The carbon dioxide, generally 20 to 25% of the carbon dioxide transport through the hemoglobin. When hemoglobin combines with carbon dioxide, it forms carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin. How much percentage carbaminohemoglobin is transported? Only carbon dioxide 20 to 25%. Now 70% of carbon dioxide dissolved in the plasma. Where is plasma? Plasma is the major matrix of blood. The carbon dioxide dissolves in water and forms the carbonic acid. Generally 20 to 25% of hemoglobin carried by the hemoglobin. 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide carried by the hemoglobin forms the carbaminohemoglobin. 70% of carbon dioxide carried by the plasma in the form of carbonic acid. This carbonic acid formed by an enzyme. Of mechanism of respiration in human being is gases exchange at tissue level. Generally, tissues continuously using oxygen to release energy. Thus, the concentration of oxygen is less in the cells than blood. Then the oxygen which is present in the blood, that is in the form of oxyhemoglobin, dissociate this oxyhemoglobin into hemoglobin and oxygen. From the capillaries, this oxygen diffuses into the cells. As a result, the respiration in the cells, carbon dioxide amount is more. The carbon dioxide from the tissues diffuses into the blood which is in the capillaries. Here, gases exchange at tissue level. The tissues need oxygen. That oxygen they are taking from the blood. As a result, oxidation, the carbon dioxide is formed in the tissues. That carbon dioxide is diffuses into the blood. This is vice versa, taking oxygen diffuses from the capillaries to tissues, carbon dioxide from tissues to capillaries. Next step of mechanism of respiration is cellular respiration. As the name applies, where the respiration is take place at the cell level. It is a pathway by which cells release energy from chemical bond of food molecule that enters in them. By the assimilation, each cell gets the organic molecule. That organic molecule, in that energy is present. In which form energy is present? In the form of chemical bond. That chemical bond is breaking with the help of oxygen, releasing energy. At which level? At cell level. That's why this is considered as cellular respiration. In general, we can write the respiration which takes place at cell level is called cellular respiration. Generally, in prokaryotic cells, what is mean by prokaryotic? Yes, the cell is not having a specific nucleus. Directly, the genetic material present in the cytoplasm. In those cells, the respiration takes place in cytoplasm only. But in eukaryotic cells, eukaryotic means having true nucleus. In those cells, the respiration takes place in cytoplasm as well as in mitochondria also. Generally, these questions will ask sometimes as the objective based questions. Prokaryotic, the cellular respiration takes place in cytoplasm. In eukaryotic cells, the cellular respiration takes place in cytoplasm and mitochondria. Now, what is the common sugar which is oxidized in the cell? What is that? Glucose. Glucose is the common sugar which gives energy in plants, animals and microorganisms also. Now, we are discussing how this cellular respiration occurs in the cell. Oxidation of glucose molecule occurs at two stages. One glucose molecule, when it is oxidized, it gives two molecules of pyruvate. Glucose molecule is how many carbon compound? It is a 6 carbon compound. This 6 carbon compound oxidized and release pyruvate. By some amount of energy is also released in the form of ATPs. And in the second stage, the fate of pyruvate decided by the availability of oxygen. When sufficient amount of oxygen is available, at that time this pyruvate gives, by a series of reactions, gives carbon dioxide, water and considerable amount of energy. This energy is released in the form of ATPs. These ATPs are stored in mitochondria. That's why mitochondria is called powerhouse of the cell. These ATPs are known as currency of energy. 1 ATP is equal to 7200 calories energy. Once we can see, oxidation of glucose takes place in two stages. In the stage 1, that is oxidation of glucose gives pyruvate. This stage 1 takes place in cytoplasm. In stage 2, this pyruvate, a series of reactions gives carbon dioxide, water and energy. This series of reactions occurs in mitochondria. When energy is released, this bond will be fixed on phosphate ions and add to adenosine diphosphate to form adenosine triphosphate. The addition of chemical bond or energy on the phosphate to ADP to form ATP. Whenever the cell requires energy, the energy will break down from this phosphate bond, and this is the reverse reaction, that is ATP gives rise, phosphate ion, that is energy is releasing, and ADP is formed. Again, when energy is available, that energy is fixed on phosphate, add to ADP to form ATP. These ATPs are stored in the mitochondria. 1 ATP is equal to 7200 calories energy. Cellular respiration occurs in mitochondria. Mitochondria is a cell organelle present in the cell. Here we are studying structure of mitochondrion. Mitochondria are vary in shape. Generally, they are thread shaped or spherical in shape. They are double membrane bounded organelle. They are double membrane bounded organelles. Outer layer is called outer membrane. Inner layer is called inner membrane. The space between outer and inner is called outer compartment. The space inside the inner membrane is called inner compartment. The inner compartment consists of matrix. Matrix also consists some reserved food materials and its own DNA. That's why this organelle is called self-autonomous organelle. Here the inner membrane we are seeing in the picture, it throws several foldings into the matrix. These foldings or these finger-like projections which is thrown into the matrix are called cristae. What is cristae? Cristae are nothing but the finger-like foldings which are thrown into the matrix of inner membrane are called cristae. What is the use of cristae? To increase the surface area of inner membrane. This inner membrane consists of some particles. Those particles are releasing the energy, releasing the enzymes which are used for respiration. The matrix and the elementary particles which are present on this inner membrane releasing some enzymes. These enzymes participate in respiration process. What is respiration? The oxidation of glucose molecule to give energy is called respiration. Now we are studying types of respiration. Respiration is a catabolic process. What is catabolism? Breakdown of molecule into tiny units is called catabolism. Now we are discussing types of respiration. Generally, the oxidation of glucose occurs in two stages. Stage 1, glucose oxidized into pyruvate. In this process, small amount of energy is released. The fate of pyruvate is decided by availability of the oxygen. This is considered as stage 2. This pyruvate, when oxygen is available sufficient amount, it undergoes aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, the pyruvate gives carbon dioxide, water and considerable amount of energy. This process is considered as aerobic respiration. As the name applies, aerobic, apply of oxygen, sufficient amount of oxygen breaks the pyruvate to gives carbon dioxide, water and considerable amount of energy. It takes place in all living organisms, plants, animals and some microorganisms also. Generally, the stage 1 process takes place in cytoplasm. The stage 2 process of aerobic respiration takes place in mitochondria. Now comes to in the stage 2, the pyruvate couldn't get sufficient amount of oxygen, that is less amount of oxygen, or oxygen is not available, there is no oxygen. At that time it undergoes the anaerobic respiration. As the name applies, anaerobic, in the absence or low amount of oxygen, the pyruvate gives the energy. That process is known as anaerobic respiration. If oxygen is not applied or not available, at that time pyruvate gives ethyl alcohol or ethanol, carbon dioxide and some energy. Comparable this energy with the aerobic energy is less. Generally, it takes place in yeast and bacterium. Generally, this process is called as fermentation. Whenever in the process of ethyl alcohol preparation, like in beverages, this ethyl alcohol or ethanol abstracted by fractional distillation method, this yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration is called fermentation. In the fermentation process, ethyl alcohol or ethanol is produced. This ethyl alcohol or ethanol is abstracted by fractional distillation method. Now we are coming to the next. If low amount of oxygen is supplied, when it is happened, generally if you imagine you are taking vigorous exercise, at that time muscles need more energy. The blood supply oxygen is not sufficient to those muscles. At that time this pyruvate undergoes anaerobic respiration and gives lactic acid and some amount of energy. This lactic acid accumulated in the muscle cells. Due to accumulation of lactic acid, the muscles triggers, they cannot relax. That's why we are getting muscle cramps. After completion of vigorous exercise, when we relaxed or take the hot bath, at that time the blood supply becomes normal, gets the sufficient amount of oxygen, breaks the lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Thus, we can relieve from the muscle cramps. Muscle cramps are getting by the accumulation of lactic acid. When muscles are undergoing strenuous exercise, they could not get sufficient amount of oxygen. Then they are undergoing anaerobic respiration. To test the presence of carbon dioxide and heat is released during anaerobic respiration. Here one experiment we are observing here, one setup is there. In this glass jar we are taking a sugar solution which is boiled for a minute and cooled solution we are taking in this glass jar. Why we have to boil? To remove the dissolved oxygen. Whether oxygen is completely removed or not, we have to add a Digen green or Janus green bee dyes. This blue dye, if turned into pink color, then we can confirm the short supply of oxygen in this solution. Without disturbing this solution, add 1 centimeter layer of liquid paraffin. Why should we have add liquid paraffin? To prevent the entry of oxygen from the air. Now fix a double hole rubber cork. In one hole we insert a thermometer. What is this? This is the thermometer. Another hole we are inserting a bent tube. The other free end of the bent tube we are merging into the test tube which is having lime water. Leave this experiment or setup. After few hours you are observing the lime water turn into milky white. By this setup what you observed, the yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration and releases carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide turns the lime water into milky. The energy is also released in the form of heat. That is why the thermometer reading is raised. By this setup, what we can conclude, in the anaerobic respiration, releasing carbon dioxide and heat also. If you open this one and see the smell, we can get the alcoholic smell. By the fermentation, ethyl alcohol is also produced. Now, we are seeing here the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Already we studied what is aerobic, what is anaerobic also. Overall, we are concluding these differences in between that. Generally, when is aerobic takes place? Yes, it takes place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic in the absence of oxygen or low amount of oxygen. Here, where the aerobic respiration takes place? It takes place in cytoplasm as well as mitochondria. It takes place, anaerobic respiration takes place only in cytoplasm. In aerobic respiration, the glucose is completely oxidized. Here the glucose is completely oxidized. Here the glucose is partially oxidized. Here completely, here partially. In aerobic respiration, considerable amount means sufficient amount of releasing by that glucose molecule. Here less energy is released when we compare with the aerobic respiration. Energy is less amount is released in anaerobic respiration. Here the end products are carbon dioxide and water. Here what are the end products? By the fermentation process, ethanol and carbon dioxide. And in the low amount of oxygen, it releases lactic acid. These differences generally what we are studying, then we can conclude easily. Presence of oxygen, absence of oxygen occurs in cytoplasm and mitochondria, only occurs in cytoplasm. Glucose completely oxidized, partially oxidized. Considerable amount of energy is released, less amount of energy is released. Here the end products are carbon dioxide and water. Here ethanol and carbon dioxide or lactic acid. By that we can easily explain the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This experiment asked in 2019 AP also. They gave this experiment and asked on these base diagram based questions.